Hello, I'm Duncan Ross. I'm the Commercial Director at AVA CAD/CAM. I've been here for 25 years, having worked 5 years in the printing industry. Over the last few years I've been specialising in the area of decorative surfaces. At AVA, when we refer to surfaces, we are referring to decorative surfaces and natural surfaces. So this means the industries of flooring, furniture, ceramics, ceramic wall tiles and floor tiles, as well as wall coverings. And with wall coverings, the industry is split into commercial wall coverings and residential wall coverings. And for each sector, there's a very major difference in design and production. The designs you'll see in surfaces are generally woods, stones, natural effects, textures, embossed effects, and all these designs generally start from a scan. The industry is moving towards 3D scanning, so you can capture the original artwork or the original product at a very high resolution, in addition to the height of the product. So the 3D scanners can actually scan the height and the uneven surface of the product, as well as any reflective areas. These files can be brought into the AVA CAD/CAM system for manipulation, editing, repeating, colour separation, colouring and prototyping. So it's a really exciting industry. There's a lot of design work in the process. There's a lot of colouring. It's a very delicate and sophisticated process. At each stage of the development of a design, the AVA tools are used and add value to the whole process. There are multiple design and production similarities across the sectors. For example, design quality and excellence are prominent with the design process and production process from the beginning. For example, the scan is extremely high in terms of quality and size, and that is retained through the production process at every stage. File sizes tend to be very large in terms of gigabyte size and the content of the file, but also the dimensions, the X and Y dimensions of the file. For example, flooring designs, they could have a very narrow repeat in Europe, but in the US and other countries, we're looking at very large repeats and very large scales. So that's important, that the software can handle size and quality through each stage of the production process. Other similarities are repeating patterns. So the designs will generally repeat from left to right, top to bottom, across the sectors. And colour separation is also an important part of the production process. Even if the design is digitally printed, the designs are generally separated into channels in order to establish the correct overprint and mixing of the colours. And from that stage, we can do very high quality and unlimited colourways if required. Another important similarity across almost all the sectors in surfaces is the effect of 3D, which many industries refer to as embossing. In traditional terms, embossing has been done mechanically or chemically, and the whole process of designing and developing and approving an emboss has been a relatively slow but highly sophisticated process. A new trend is the area of digital embossing, where the CAD system can design, manipulate, simulate the emboss, the structure, the 3D effect, and can also prototype the emboss digitally in a studio for approval by the customer or the person responsible for the emboss. And this is a very exciting part of the industry, and it's accelerating and improving and sharing the very intricate work of embossing. And the final design and technological similarity across the sectors is colour management. This is absolutely crucial because with high value sophisticated products, the colours have to be right at every stage of the design development process. So at AVA, our definition of colour management is that the design matches from the print to the screen at the designing stage, at the colouring stage, at the proofing stage, and at the production stage, whether that be digital production or analogue cylinder production. AVA has the tools and know-how to help a company achieve consistent colour matching or colour management across different substrates, across different printing machines, at the local factory, at remote offices and with the customer. So it's really important for the efficiencies of a factory and a company, and crucially for the environment, that the materials are used correctly, the inks are used correctly, there's minimum waste energy, wasted ink, wasted material and wasted time. And with many of our customers we're achieving a really efficient production workflow. There are obviously some design differences, but the differences are changing constantly as more new designers come into the industry with new ideas, and the role of digital printing also allows unthought of designs to come through as a product. So over the last few years we have seen the area of textile design overlapping and merging with surface design. If you think about IKEA furniture or B&Q kitchen units or flooring in general, laminate flooring or PVC flooring, the designs traditionally have been woods and stones, and that's still a major part of the product portfolio of the producers. However, as I said, with the increasing number of new designers coming into the industry and digital printing, design and colour is changing. And if you go onto the websites such as Chat Decor and look at their digital visions portfolio, there's certainly a lot of graphics and geometrics and textile effects coming into the product portfolio, and it's proven to be very attractive. It's a small part of the product portfolio, but things are changing at an interesting pace. Digital printed surfaces is booming. Each year it's taking a greater and greater percentage of total production. The original digital printers for surfaces were working with flat surfaces, paper normally, which was bonded to a surface. But now new technologies have come on board which offer the ability to print with a CMYK ink set as well as a digital inhibitor or a digital emboss. So digitally you can produce not just a flat surface but a textured surface as well. So when we talk about digital printing in surfaces, we're really talking about industrial digital printing. These are large format, high speed, highly sophisticated, very expensive digital printing machines, of which there are a number of options on the market with fantastic reputations. So these machines will look very different to the machines we will see in small studios, in university labs. They're very slow proofing machines. Although digital proofing machines have a very important role in surfaces in terms of quickly producing a sample which looks like the final product. On the subject of proofing in the area of digital printing, one of the new and exciting printers on the market, it comes under the banner of haptic printing, which means printing with a texture. Looks like 3D printing, but technically it's not 3D printing, it's kind of like 2.5D printing. We have a machine here from the manufacturer Roland, which uses UV inks to print onto a board, and you can print layers to produce an emboss or a texture. You can add a varnish and a white in addition to the CMYK inks that go down to produce the sample.